So, have you ever found yourself just dreaming about picking up and starting a new life somewhere in Europe? Well, today we're going to dig into that exact idea. We're looking at a company called Epoca Calibrada and their promise to make moving to Portugal a reality. Let's dive in and see what this is all about. Right off the bat, this is the question they ask you. Dreaming of living in Portugal? And, it's a powerful way to start because it hooks right into a huge life goal that so many people have. It's not just a question, it's the beginning of a potential life-changing journey. And here's the big promise. Unlock new horizons. Embrace the world as your oyster. It sounds amazing, right? So in this explainer, we're going to unpack how Epoca Calibrada claims to be the key that unlocks that door. First things first, let's look at the actual ways you can get there. Okay, so how do you actually make the move? Well, the most important piece of the puzzle, obviously, is figuring out the legal stuff. So let's explore the different visa options that the company's partners can help you with. Think of this as kind of like a menu of options, right? You've got different routes depending on your situation, whether you're looking for a job, starting a business, or making a big investment. Let's zoom in on a few of the key ones they talk about. First up, the job seeker visa. Now, this one has a massive advantage. You don't need a job offer before you get there. And that's a total game changer because it lets you actually be in Portugal on the ground while you're looking for work. Okay, but what if you've got a business idea? Well, that's where the D2 entrepreneur visa comes in. This one is specifically for people who want to add to the Portuguese economy, either by launching their own startup or by investing in a business that's already there. And then you have the famous golden visa. Now, this one's a whole different ballgame. It's a residency path that's tied directly to you making a pretty significant financial investment in the country. We're talking things like buying real estate or other major business investments. So those are the different pathways. But what about the company itself? We've seen the what, so let's get into the who and the how. What is Epoca Calibrada actually promising to do for you? Success your life with us. I mean, you gotta love the energy. This is a direct quote from them, and the unique phrasing tells you a lot about their bold, super enthusiastic voice. It's not just about paperwork, they're talking about a total life transformation. And when you break that promise down, here's what they say they'll do. They're not just trying to be paper pushers. They see themselves as your guide for the entire journey, offering everything from what they call top-notch consulting to even cultural support to help you settle in. And here it is, the core of their mission, right down to the unique spelling. Their goal, GOEL, isn't just about logistics. It's about giving you the confidence and, importantly, the peace of mind to get through what can be a really stressful process. To really get what they're all about, it helps to look at where they came from. Every company has an origin story, right? And theirs is pretty interesting. It actually spans continents and shows a big shift in what they do. So check out this journey. It all started back in 1999 in the US under a slightly different name, and they were focused purely on American immigration. But then they made a big move, relocated their headquarters to Europe, rebranded, and started building this huge global network of partners. All right, so we've looked at the different visa options, we've dug into the company's story and their big promises. Let's bring it all back to what this actually means for someone who's thinking about making this massive life change. When you boil it all down, this is the main pitch. The world of immigration is, let's be honest, incredibly complicated. What's being offered here is a simple promise to make that whole thing way less complex and to be a guiding hand through it all. And that really is the final thought they leave you with. By laying out all these different options, whether you're a job seeker or a big investor, the overwhelming idea of moving to another country starts to look like a set of actual, possible journeys. It really makes you stop and think, which one of these paths could be mine?